Hey guys, thanks for joining me. In this video, I want to discuss shadow people, my experiences with them, what I believe them to be, and how do we deal with them? What are we supposed to do? What's their purpose? And fun stuff like that. So stick around. This is going to be a really cool video. All right, shadow people. So I've come across different types of these beings that we would call shadow people. So we've got the typical, I'll see shadows out of the corner of my eye maybe, or I'll be watching TV. I'll be sitting on my couch in the living room and something gets my attention, either through my fireplace. We have a pass-through, see-through fireplace, and maybe something in my living room will dart by the fireplace, or something down the hallway will move, and I'll look and I'll see it, and it'll just run behind a wall. This just happened a week ago. I was in my kitchen and I looked over towards my family room, and I saw a tall figure standing there, and it just kind of like it was looking around the wall, and as soon as it realized that I was able to see it, it pulled itself back. So these are things that are experienced frequently. In fact, my 16-year-old son has seen them as well. He'll be on his computer in his room, and something behind him will just block the light out. He'll look and he'll see something run by. So these are we could call them energies, multidimensional beings, whatever they may be. They are certainly around, and sometimes there's an overlap of the dimensions, and those that have the ability to perceive higher dimensional energy, higher frequency energy, can pick up on these shadow beings. And I have not come across any to be aggressive. From my experience, those types that I've seen are just kind of checking us out. It seems like they're hiding. They're almost a little nervous. I pick up a little, almost like a childlike type of energy with them, but they're just coming through. They're here, and they seem to be a little bit surprised when we see them. So that is one type. The other type I'm sure you've all heard about and can be very scary, and I've come across these, and I think after I say what I'm going to say, you may feel a little bit more comfortable with what's going on in this situation, because I actually was able to talk to my guide about it, and he clarified what was happening. So there's the shadow beings that appear at night. Maybe you're sleeping. You awaken for no reason during the night, and you'll see movement, or there'll be no movement, but you'll see really, really dark shadow beings in your bedroom. Now, I've had situations where I've awoke, and what people would term as sleep paralysis. After my awakening, this happened several times, and I was really unable to breathe, and I felt like there was something sitting on top of me and something holding my legs down. One instance. Another instance, I opened my eyes and I looked to my right, and I saw three tall, thin, completely blacked out beings with red eyes staring at me. And this had to be 3 in the morning. It was the middle of the night. And the one in the middle of the three reached its arm out towards me. And as soon as it realized I was able to see it, they vanished, just like that. So this is the type. Now, these could be very frightening. If you've experienced this, you know what I'm talking about, because you're coming out of sleep, you've been doing your work, you're traveling astrally, whatever you've been doing during the night, you get back into your body, and when you come back into your body, your awareness, you're not quite anchored, okay? You're waking up, your consciousness has not anchored itself completely back into your body. And I know there seems to be a process here where these beings manifest at that moment, and it has to do with releasing our vibration, raising our vibration, releasing our fears. And what's going on is that we are coming back from sleep. We've been off doing some higher dimensional work. We're coming back into our body. We're coming down into a lower vibration, and we're able to perceive things, and things are actually coming up to be perceived. They're coming up to manifest. And a lot of times these are our fears. Something will trigger it. These beings will be there, and really what they are is a manifestation of a vibration that we're holding within our body. And being in that state that we're in when we're transitioning back to this physical plane, these are being manifested out so that we could become aware of them. So I asked my guide this question. I said, what the heck is going on with these really nasty, gnarly looking shadow beings? And he said to me, this really struck me, because when he told me, he said, they're my henchmen. And I said, what? What do you mean they're your henchmen? I was expecting for him to say that these are negative energetic beings that try to prey on you, like vampire beings that come around to those that have awakened, and they're trying to bleed your energy, and they're trying to basically force you back down into unconsciousness, right? Well, he didn't say that. They're his henchmen. I said, okay, well, wait a second. Now, back then, he was my guide. He's separate from me. I saw him as separate. I'm thinking, well, they're your henchmen. Now I know that this was all part of my plan, okay? Because I know that my guides, and I've explained this on previous videos, are really aspects of us, and we're all one. And these, in fact, were triggered as I was coming back in for me to release, okay? So he called them his henchmen, and I take that now as being that he, helped me to manifest these beings so that I can become aware of these fears that I had, and I could release them, I could clear them. And that's exactly what I did. So as I continued on my path, they stopped. They stopped appearing, okay? I had help from multidimensional ET guides to release this. I know I've talked about it in other videos, even on Instagram, some of my posts, my fear of ETs since I was a child. And this was a very big thing for me. So I was worked with by my ET guides, some really high vibrational guides, to work and release this fear. And that was really the beginning of it. So when I confronted these fears in the form of these shadow beings, I was able to clear this vibration and create more space for me. And what happened was this raised my vibration to the point where I could then communicate with new ET guides. And that's exactly what happened. After I moved past this and I got rid of this fear, I integrated it, I was able to communicate. Next thing I knew, I had more guides coming in, more ET guides. So when we look at these things, I really don't like to see when people feel like they're being attacked. I know it does feel like you're being attacked, okay? But what's happening is these are your fears manifesting. So it's very challenging in the moment to gather yourself, to gather your energy, because you're just coming back into the body. You're disoriented. But what you need to do is breathe and get in there and anchor yourself and breathe and gather your energy. Pull it into your core and anchor it. And what that will do is it will integrate some of this, and you'll notice that you'll start to gain control over these scenarios, over these situations as they occur. And you continue to do the work through it, and these fears that are manifesting in the form of these shadow beings will clear. And that's how I've experienced it. If anybody has any other thoughts on shadow beings, please feel free to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and get into a little bit of a discussion on this. If you like this video too, don't forget to click the like button, click the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified when new videos come out. And I really appreciate everybody listening, and I hope to hear from you below. Thank you.